Hello, Creep on June. Hi, it's Jacqueline Wiley here, and I was so honored for Tracy to ask me to be part of Creep on June. I have never done anything like this before, so it's super exciting. I had to think for quite a while what exactly I wanted to do. And then I thought of something I had done before that I really enjoyed doing. So I decided to make a little ring-bound journal. And it is full of goodies and things. And honestly, there is so much in Tracy's kit, I could not stop. I just couldn't stop with it. So I'm going to show you what I've done, and then I have a couple of extra videos that I will upload so you can see how I did some things. I'm not starting with those because they're really wonky. My camera kept being stupid, and I don't know. So you'll see me with some things that I have where I've started the camera again and it's a little shaky and it's goofy and I'm talking to myself a little bit because I don't like it. But a lot of the good stuff is there. And I am out of the camera a little bit to start with, but I do come back in. So no worries about that. And of course, if you have any questions about anything, you can message me and I'm happy to show you a little more how I did things. So here is my cover. I have one of the keys that I cut out. I'm going to move this over a little bit from the kit, and they are nicely done in a reverse, so I could do both sides. So this is the key to the house, and a little tassel, and I think this was probably left from one of the curtains or one of the draperies from the bedrooms or something like that, and some beautiful lace that came off of something from the house. On the edge, you can see I have a chain kind of bauble. I'll show you again when we get inside. And then I have a little lock here. And I also have a little skeleton that I rusted, and it's hanging out. And I rusted these. I used Dixie Belle's patina sprays to do that. All right, so my page was for day 18, and this was the little part of the story, and it says, a section of wallpaper had been ripped away to reveal the almost oh my gosh, I can't say it. Illegibly scrawled words, get away. And right here on the back, you can see that piece of paper is right here. And I have my background page in the back, and then I have one of the little creepy people, and I think this is probably the doctor as he is roaming the property, and he has become involved in ripping some of that paper away so that people will be aware. I didn't totally follow the story, but now this is lovely, and I do go into some detail about how I did this in one of the videos, so I won't go into it now. But you can see I used cardboard for the cover, and this was some of the background that I glued on here, and I wanted to see some of this because it does look like when you pull plaster down and you have horsehair plaster on, it looks like the slats that are underneath. So here we start right away with a map of Crafty Hall and the property. And here's that little skeleton that's hanging on here with a garment pin. And as we turn over, I have another pin here. Of course, this is Crafty Hall. And then you open this up, and here is a chest. Also, the suitcase with all the photos and memorabilia that was found when an ancestor came to look over the property. Lots of info here, and I left this so It's on a little tab like that, so it can sort of pop up. And then I'm going to put this back on. Okay. So here we see the deed to the house that was found. And here we have some pictures and a time clock timer. And that is its own little book. And on the back side of that, it has some, this is causing a little trouble to go through here. All right, there we go. We have more of the papers and documents that they found as they opened the title. And there were all these documents, lots of story here that they found. All right, I'm going to pin that back in. These are little pins, paper clips from Tim Holtz, these little mini ones. It's lots of fun. Then we move into the graveyard. Now, here we are at the graveyard. Here is the minister that has been seen roaming around the graveyard. And on these pictures, I wanted them to look old. So I cut out little black corners to put on here. And this is actually vintage, scrapbook paper from a scrapbook. And in here are more pictures of our graveyard. With some cheesecloth. And on the back, more. And then I just had to put these creepy people in here for the graveyard. I try not to do a lot of creepy because I don't really like it too much. So here we have a couple of creepy people here that, are around and near the graveyard. And a little charm I glued here. You can see that. Pull this up a little closer maybe. Yeah. Okay. And then here I put together this kind of little book here with just gluing it together with some vintage cloth. And here I have the old camera that was found in the house. And it took a lot of pictures and documents. Here's the town, more of those papers and documents. And I printed some of my images on photo paper. I liked the look of that. Here is the dining room. I just couldn't resist using some of these pictures. All right, let me put this back on here. It's another kind of clip I have. All right, and let's turn these over. And then there's all these beautifully, whoops, let me move up a little bit, beautifully stacked chairs. And then I love this little cherub, so I stuck her in there. And I have a blank page that I can go and do some more work on. And of course, there were so many cool things, all of these documents. And who are these little girls? We don't know. I don't know who they are. And then some more documents here that we need to find out, and these could be used for journaling on. And I rusted this paper clip too, the same with that rust. Let's see if I can clip these on the edge here. There we go. Okay, and then here are these two pages that I thought about gluing there, but I've left them loose for now. Because still, I don't know if these are the same little girls or not, but here are some family portraits that I thought were fun to put in here. And these, I have taken a little bit of thin wire to make them a hook and hook them on. And I did pick them up a little bit. I put some cardboard underneath so they're lifted a little bit. And in hindsight, I should have put some of that beautiful background paper on here to look like wallpaper. But I did have, this is some that I had tea stained. And then here we have this beautiful portrait. I loved these frames to use, and I thought they were beautiful. And then I love books, and so I had to add some desks and some books These are other parts of the house. All right, and over here I have that another charm that I put on, and this has also been rusted and crusted, and some more of the graveyard and more documents. Ooh, I don't know. I think there would be a lot of time spent figuring out what was going on with this house over the generations. And then at the end, I wanted to calm us down with a little teacup, more of that wallpaper situation. And then there we have the end of this. It's a little hard to move around. And there is a little rusty crusty, I don't know if you can tell. It is a little teapot on the back to calm us down. So that's the whole little booklet journal. And these are so fun to make. I absolutely loved it. I hope you all love it. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this, if I totally missed the mark or you think it's okay. This was so much fun. And again, I thank Tracy for inviting me. I had a great time. And please go ahead and look at all of the other people that have created this month. It's been amazing. So many new and creative ideas that we haven't seen, and some we have seen, but we're seeing them in a different way with this kit. The kit is enormous. Go and get yourself some of it. Lots and lots of pages and lots of freebies on Tracy's shop too. Thanks so much for watching, and I appreciate it. And if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up and maybe subscribing to my channel, that would be awesome. Thank you so much.